Hey guys, Alan here from Sapphire Comics Sanctuary. Hope you've all had a good week. I had a very busy week at work and got some important stuff done and did a few more things. Anyways, it is time for new comic book reviews. Yes, I am using my old camera because still haven't found a new phone mount for my tripod, and still haven't done a few other things. But what I did do is, you'll notice the new bookcases behind me. These are actually from my parents' house and my grandma's and grandpa's before them. And now they're mine, and that's where I'm going to store all my trade paperbacks. This side, this is all DC, and on this side, this is all Marvel. Arrow is behind me on that top shelf. Yeah. But anyways, you're not here to talk about trade paperbacks tonight. You're here because you want to talk new comic books that came out this past week and what I pulled. So, let's get started. Alright, first up we have a comic from Image Comics from James Tynion, who's been doing some amazing work on his creator-owned comics, and this is his latest. This is called The Department of Truth. The Department of Truth is a comic book series based on conspiracy theories. So if you're interested in the moon landing conspiracy, the JFK assassination, conspiracy theories, any of those, James Tynion is exploring it in this comic book. And it was pretty good, and it's definitely a keeper. It gets the gears churning, and it actually forced me to question a couple of things. But nonetheless, I actually really enjoyed it. Alright, next up from Boom Studios, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 54. This is New Evil. This follows the Omega Rangers, who will have their own dedicated series eventually. I think their own dedicated series actually starts right as soon as this series concludes. And this was an amazing read. We learn of a new evil who's like a super god or something, and basically undefeatable. So the Omega Rangers went to fight him, tried to restore life to the planet, etc., etc. Pretty good read. I've enjoyed this, and don't want to spoil, of course. Alright, now up to our Marvel comic. We have Marvel Zombies Resurrection book number 2. Not as good as Deceased, but this was an alright read. I'll probably continue reading it because I kind of feel that this follows events in another section of the Marvel comic book universe. Here, Peter Parker and crew, they're looking for shelter, really. They find that. We learn how that machines aren't affected by it. So Manny does a lot of protecting them and other things. Like I said, it's an alright read, but this was a pretty cool cover by Jin-Hunk Lee. He's been doing some great stuff. Alright, next up we have Wonder Woman number 763. The conclusion to the Liar Liar story already. I kind of feel like Liar Liar wasn't used properly, like she was just a villain to come up with to replace Maxwell Lord. But I feel that the implications of what happens in this book will affect Tamaki's Wonder Woman run and play a greater role in something else. It was alright. There was some action in here and some questionable things that have happened, but it was okay. Good read. I enjoyed it still, but you know, it was only a 3-part series following a new three issue story following a new villain, but it was alright. Alright, Next up from DC Comics, we have Wonder Woman 1984, Music and Mayhem. This apparently will tie into the movie, one that was supposed to release this week, but due to the ongoing pandemic and theaters having to operate at a lower capacity than normal, that has been pushed to December, but it will probably be pushed all the way to 2021, if not put to video on demand. This was a good read. I liked it. Gave us an idea of what we might be exploring, and the artwork was pretty representative of the cast and crew, the cast members that will be part of the story. It was about a story about a jewelry heist and something special with a diamond. So we'll see how that plays into effect in the movie. I'll probably ask my dad to read this before we go see it together. Alright. A lot of DC books this week. A lot of them. Alright, next up we have Red Hood Outlaw. Here we, this was a continuation of a couple of things. Red Hood and the Outlaws from New 52 and DC Rebirth met, and Trigon was trying to break free of his prison, and now Bizarro became king. I was a little lost in this book, not gonna lie, because there was only one tie into Joker War. But it was an okay read. I don't have much else to say about it. It was kind of a lukewarm week, but for Independence I was pretty happy with. But with my mainline books from DC and Marvel, it felt a little underwhelming. Okay. Next up is Justice League Annual number 2. Basically what this is just a side story of being trapped in a Hall of Justice. And it takes place after the Eradicator storyline had concluded. So they're fighting, the Hall of Justice is fighting our heroes, and it was built to withstand their most potent attack. So it gets a little crazy in here, but it was an alright read. Gotta say that Batman has a plan for the plan, and another plan for the plan, and about 3 other plans for that plan. Contingencies, as he says. But it was an alright read. Good follow-up to the Eradicator storyline. Pretty decent. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. I really enjoyed this. I really liked reading DC Death Metal Multiverse End. It was good. It was great to learn how Perpetua became who she is, how she's powered, and about the various other worlds and the other heroes in those worlds, and learning more about Owlman, who is actually the original dark reflection of Batman. And that was actually pretty interesting. I mean, I enjoy these tie-ins because they really flesh out the Death Metal story, if not the entire DC comic universe. So I'm slowly beginning to understand a lot of things about the DC universe, and I really enjoyed this read. It was fantastic. I liked how it was written. I liked the artwork. The story was great. It was pretty close to winning runner-up to pick of the week, but I have something else for that. Good read. Alright. Next up we have one of the big books from this past week, and that is Batman 3 Jokers. This is book number 2 of 3. I got the Bat Hero variant cover. I really enjoyed reading this. This was a great book. And just learning more about the Jason Todd side of the thing, from Under the Red Hood, Death of the Family, Joker's various things that he's done. Fantastic read. It was a very sad read, to say. but definitely one of the best Jason Todd stories told ever. To me, I haven't read a lot of Jason Todd stories, but I think a lot of reviewers will agree with me that this book is worthy of 5 stars. Excellent artwork, great writing, good story, good pacing, very meaty issue. Excellent read. Highly recommend it. Alright, on to Batman, the Joker Warzone, the one-shot. Here we have multiple little mini stories. We learn about what the other heroes and I don't know what you call them, but other people trying to protect Gotham City. This was an alright read. This was actually we could have done without it, I think, but I guess James Dean wanted to separate this story from the main story. We learn what Clown Hunter is up to in the Narrows. We get to see Spoiler and Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, team up together just to have some, which was a nice lighthearted story and a rather heavy storyline. And we also learn how Poison Ivy reacts to her garden being invaded and used without her permission. And other than that, it was an alright read. I enjoyed it. Alright, on to runner-up of Pick of the Week. That is going to go to X of Swords, XFactor number 4, part 2 of 22. Fantastic read, really. I really enjoyed it. I haven't really read a lot of X-Men, but this was a good read. Great follow-up to what happened in X of Swords creation. And basically we see how things are working out there, and we learn more about the resurrection protocols, what they can and cannot do, why they gotta be careful with resurrection, and all sorts of stuff like that. And we also learn about the 10 heroes that will join their swords in a fight. So very interesting read. There are 3 of these tie-ins coming out next week, so yay, that's going to be a nice heavy week. But I enjoyed it. Great read, good artwork, great follow-up story. Consequences are real in X-Men, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. Runner-up for Pick of the Week. Alright, but my Pick of the Week goes to the finale of America Adolfo's Mercy 6. If you have not been reading Mercy, you need to pick up the trade in December. This is a creepy story, but it is a good story with a strong conclusion, not gonna lie. The plot twist in here was completely unexpected. I did not expect it to go the way I thought it would go. And how it concluded was amazing. And Mirko Adolfo's not just a great artist, he's also pretty good at writing. So I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna pick up the trade paperback, or Image if you want. You could always send me one for free. Just kidding. But this was a good read. Excellent story. Fantastic conclusion to a 6-issue miniseries. Really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was great. I don't want to spoil it, but you'll have to wait till December before I do that, or maybe I'll make a separate video with all 6 books out in front of me. We'll see. So pick of the week, because this is the only book that really blew me away. So if you're not reading Mercy, go pick it up. You should be able to pick up a second, or maybe it's a third print of Mercy 1, and then Mercy 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. You should be able to pick up pretty easily, I would think. But definitely check with your local LCS, look online, because this was a good read. I could actually see this becoming a movie. It's really good. Oh, yeah. One more book that wasn't runner-up or pick of the week or anything like that. It was just so big, so I had to leave it on the stack. We have Amanda Conder's Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. This is book 3. And here we learn what Harley Quinn gets to deal with because she stole the Joker's money. And pretty much the money of all the criminals in Gotham. So this was actually a really crazy book. A lot of action, a lot of cussing. The nice thing about DC Black Label is nothing is off limits. I could clearly tell that the creators had a lot of fun writing this book and drawing the art for it. Pretty good read, good story. We learn how Harley Quinn will use the fortune that she stole from Joker and criminals, the consequences, and she somehow woke up in Bruce Wayne's apartment. I'm sorry, not Bruce. In Wayne Manor, she somehow woke up in there. So it was a good read, but just a good, jolly read. Creator unhinged pretty much, but good read. Highly recommend Harley Quinn: The Birds of Prey by Amanda Conner. Yeah. So that is my new comic book polls for today, for this week. Let me know if you like the new setup. I plan to add a little bit more to it. Really want to learn how to edit videos to make them look better. And if you guys like my content, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be first to it, hit the notification button as well. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm because comic books have helped me greatly. It's been a great niche and it's been something that I've been really excited about for the last couple of years. Of course, if you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button, but that's okay. And leave a comment down below. What were your polls this week? And I hope you all are enjoying the first couple of days of October. Have a good weekend and stay safe. And I will catch you guys next week for yet another big week of books. I may have made a mistake. I decided to add all the comics from the XFactor event and the King in Black event, so Marvel's going to get a lot of my money. Oh, I also have a Patreon now. These comic books are expensive. Running a YouTube channel can get very expensive, so if you want to support me, you don't have to, but you can subscribe to my Patreon link below. And it's only $3 a month. The perk that you'll get is I'll upload these videos. You'll have 24 hours private access to it. And then after 24 hours private access, it will go public. Patreons will see it first. And that is that. Thank you guys for watching and have a good night. Bye-bye.